Hello and welcome to another Tech Articles. In today's article, I want to look at a question from the Shawcrafted Facebook group, and this is one that I have to apologise for. I said I'd have a look several weeks ago, and I've just been so busy that I haven't had a chance to look at it. But I had an hour or so this evening, and I've cracked it, so I thought I'd record a quick video, write an article, and get it out today. After all, they have been waiting about 3 weeks, and I did say I'd look at it. So the question was around OttoKit, and that was that they had it installed on a site. There was other admins, but they didn't want those other admins to have access to OttoKit. And how could they do that? Now, hiding stuff from admins and people with FTP in WordPress is a pretty pointless endeavor. If you've got FTP details, if you've got admin ability, you can find and you can do, but you can make it difficult. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to do difficult. So they had some very specific requirements, and I think I've nailed all of them from memory. I couldn't find the post, which is another annoying thing about it being so long. But I think I've nailed all of their points in the code. So I've got a installation here of WordPress. It is just, I literally just fired it up and added a few plugins to test it. And the premise of the original question was they wanted to have it so only they could see AutoKit, no one else could, and no one else could modify their workflows. Now, as I've said, WordPress, that's not quite as easy as it sounds, but we can make it very difficult for them to see it. And if you don't know it's there, you won't go looking for it. So I've got it all installed here. You can see I've got AutoKit and it's set up, and I've currently got access to it with this user account here. And I have, you can see it's here on the plugin installs, and you see here I've got 2 must-use plugins and 7 active plugins. One of the must-use plugins is currently an empty AutoKit.php, and that's important because that's what we're going to use to hide this installation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually, I want to be able to be the Otto user, Otto admin here, as the only one that can see it. Currently, all admins can, and I can switch to Otto admin, and you'll see that he can see it. And if I switch back to me, you'll see that I can see it. So what I want to be able to do is make it so only Otto admin can see AutoKit. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to WP Codebox, and this is our MU plugin, and I'm going to copy and paste this into here. And I'm going to save it. We'll go through the code in a second, but I'm going to head over to our admin and I'm going to refresh the page, and you'll see nothing changes. We've got AutoKit. If we go to plugins, we've got 7 plugins. We've got 2 must-use plugins. There's no change here at all. But if we now use user switching and switch to Auto admin, you'll see that there is no AutoKit. There is no Otto installed, but there is an AutoKit.php MU plugin. So what do we do now? Well, the first thing I need to do is, because when I designed this, I called it something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to WP Codebox. I'm going to change this to AutoKit. I'm going to save it again. I'm going to refresh, and then our MU plugin should disappear as well. Now we have 1 must-use plugin and 6 active plugins. As far as this user is concerned, without going and digging deeper, they can't see or find AutoKit. They have no access to it. But if I switch back to the main admin, they do. But that's the wrong way round. We want to change this. So that's easy to do. Now, you can see from my users, this is a fresh install. So this is user 1, this is user 2. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the IDE, and I'm going to change the very first line to a 2, because that's the user that we want to have access to AutoKit. And then we'll talk through the rest of the code, although it is very well commented. So I'm going to head back over here. I'm going to refresh this now, looking what user we're on. And you'll see they no longer have access to AutoKit. They no longer see it, and they no longer have the must-use plugin. But if we were to use switching again now, and switch to our Auto admin, he has access to AutoKit. So the MU plugin's working exactly as we wanted it to. So I'm going to head over to the code now and just run you through the 5 or 6 steps that are here. So the first step we have is to only load this if it's not if the user isn't user 2 in this case. Now, I've hard-coded this with a single user. If you wanted several users, you could turn that into an array quite easily and should just modify this section of the code. The next section removes the plugin SureTriggers.php, which is what AutoKit is, from the plugin menu. This hides all of the action links from the menu. This removes the actual SureTriggers menu item and its top level item. Now I have added in here, because currently this is designed for AutoKit, but this code is relatively universal and it could be used for any plugin. So I have left options to allow you to modify this for other plugins. So for example, where I'm doing here, I'm moving out the plugin links for SureTrigger.php. You could change that for whatever plugin you want. The same down here. We're removing the SureTriggers menu. If you wanted to remove another menu, you could change it to do that. Same as if you wanted to remove a sub menu from tools or settings, you could use this. This blocks direct access to the SureTriggers admin pages. So if I know SureTriggers is installed or AutoKit is installed, I can get direct access to it if I know the URL. Well, it won't run now because it's been removed by this function here. And finally, we're using an MU plugin for this. That MU plugin is called OttoKit.php, and what this does is it just removes, kind of like this one up here does for the plugins, it removes the AutoKit PHP from the must use plugins, which means you can't see it's there, you don't know it's there, because if you didn't run this particular filter, let's just take it out and save it. If you don't have access to AutoKit, you won't know it's there, you can't see it, but you will see the strange AutoKit.php MU plugin. By having that code back in place, it will remove that from your list of MU plugins. So again, this can be used to remove just AutoKit, or if you've got several of them and you're removing several plugins, you could do the same here. So it's not just AutoKit, you could remove other plugins with it, but as I said on the original post, I said it, I'm pretty sure it was doable. You just need to think of the logical flow of how you do that. This is how I would achieve it. It's later than I would like to be, but I thought I'd just release a quick video and the code for it, and I will post this to the group this evening. Thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much.